Hey guys, what's up? Ashley here. It's day number 245 of Gigglin'. Welcome back to another edition of Confessions of a Giggler. I'm here at the Jersey Shore, having a great time. Everyone's gone. It's just me now and Deb. And yeah, the sun is setting. It's been a fantastic day. A little hot. It's finally getting cool, but that's fine. Anyway. So today what I wanted to talk about is, well, let me start over. So a few days ago, I posted a video talking about my latest dating disaster story, whatever. And I realized, because after some of the comments that were left, I realized that, people who know me in real life, or people who have followed my channel for quite some time, might know my long-time struggles, but people who are new or just stumbling across that one particular video may not know everything that I've gone through. You don't know my my dating history, if you will. So I just want to take a minute, or a lot of minutes, because you know how I am, and, briefly give you, or not so briefly, give you a rundown of, my dating history, if you will. And yeah. So also, just as a disclaimer, I don't know exactly how detailed about things I'm going to get, because there's a lot of stuff that I don't necessarily feel very comfortable talking about. I mean, like, if you want to know things, it's easier for me to like text things than to say them out loud. If I'm being completely honest with you. So I don't know how detailed I'm going to get, and if I do say things, I'm going to say them in the nicest way possible, like the most, whatever, in the nicest, most PG way that I possibly can, just because that's my own comfort level. But it still might not be like appropriate for children, or if you just don't want to know these things about me, please skip ahead. I won't be offended. But yeah, so this is going to be like really super personal, and yeah, like I said, I don't know exactly how detailed I'm going to get, but I'm going to try my best, because I'm just, well, yeah. Sorry, sometimes I have to collect my thoughts. So there's one in particular comment that I want to address. So I'm just going to read you that comment from that last video, and then I'm going to, in my story here, I'm probably going to get to all these points, or at least I'm going to try to. So this is what the comment is. I wrote it down because that's how tech savvy I am. Anyway, here's the comment. It says, have you ever been married, engaged, or have kids, etc.? Good you aren't looking for hookups. Have you ever done that, or had a one-night stand? If yes, what changed? Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So, just like any normal teenager, whatever. I mean, I hate to use the word normal, but whatever. Just like any teenager, I had all kinds of crushes on all kinds of boys. And it was always met with no thanks. Even into my 20s, and like a lot of there's a lot of like societal pressures, and like just my own thoughts on how I thought other people perceived me. And there's a lot of it's kind of like, as a plus size girl, I've always felt like bad liking someone, almost like, kind of like, oh, if they knew that I liked them, they would be grossed out or weirded out or whatever. So like I always kind of tried to like I mean, I would get real brave and I would say something every once in a while, but for the most part, I'd keep it to myself, because like I didn't, out of fear of being laughed at or rejected, and like that's just a product of the late 90s, early O's, and that's just, you know, how I felt. So I never felt like I was good enough to to have a boyfriend, or for a man to like me. I never thought that I was good enough for that. And like I've said in more recent videos, I know that that's silly, and I do know now that I am good enough, but like it's been a long journey to get to this point. So anyway, so I was always very afraid to even just put myself out there. I didn't want part of it, because I didn't want the rejection, and the rejection is pretty rough, right? And I didn't want to be proved right, that of course you can't be with someone, you know. So anyway, so so for a lot of my teenage years and my 20s and whatever, I was just very sad that I didn't have anyone, and why couldn't anyone like me, and all the things. Just it was rough. So I didn't have, so all of the firsts that most people would have in like their teens or whatever, I didn't have until I was 30 something. So, you know, first date, first kiss, first all the things. 30, over 30, well over 30. Well, not well over 30, but definitely in my 30s. Like each time, and I do have, like, there is a video that I talk about that I was 32, the first time that my first kiss. I was 32. And there is a video that I made like 2 years ago talking all about that and all my feelings on that and all the things. So if you want, you can go back and find that. I'll try to link it below if I remember. If not, I apologize. Anyway, so yeah, all the things, 30 something. And that was rough. Like just getting to that point. It's like, you know, like people have heartbreak and stuff, but like it's just a whole other kind of heartbreak that no one really understands unless you're in it. So that kind of sucks. And like it's very rare to find someone else who's been in it or admit that they've been in it. So even if you do know someone who's also experienced that kind of like late bloomer whatever, which I hate that concept, but here we are. Yeah, so it's hard to like find, even if you know someone, it's hard to, people don't really admit that, right? It's an embarrassing thing to say, like, oh, how old were you when you got your first kiss? Like most people will be like, oh, like 13, and you're like, oh, reverse that. And add one. So yeah, so people don't really say that sort of thing, but you know, the people are out there, and it's good to know that other people have this problem. It's not just me. But yeah, so I have never been married. I've never been in a relationship. I don't have children. So yeah, that's all really hard for me. And what's also really hard is that like being at this age and never have had a long-term relationship before, for some reason people view that as a red flag. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with me. It just hasn't happened. I have high standards for myself, and I'm not gonna settle, and that's it. So I don't know why that's such a red flag. There could be perfectly good people out there who just haven't found who they want to be with yet. So yeah, you know, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I have not, you know, I've never made it past a second date. And neither for reasons of just like on my end or their end, you know, both, it's been both ways. I mean, I've been on a few pretty awful dates, and I've been on, you know, okay dates. I've never been on a date that's like, oh my God, this is so good. You know? Like I haven't had a best date yet. I've had some really bad ones. And then another part of that question was, have I had a one night stand? I mean, it happens, you know? It's not what you want to happen, but it happens. Yeah. So, I mean, also, it's weird because there's people going by and they probably hear me. So I'm gonna pause real quick. Okay, I guess I can continue talking. I was like, okay, keep it moving. Nothing to see here. Okay, anyway, I wouldn't really call it one night stand. More just like a casual hookup type deal. Yeah. And like the closest thing that I've ever had to a relationship is like a friend with benefits situationship, whatever. And that lasted for a while, and I do miss him a lot. But you know, when one person catches the feels and the other person does not, it's doomed for disaster, right? So it had to end, and I know it had to end. I just wish that it didn't. Honestly, I just wish that he also caught the feels. That's it. That's all I wanted. Love me or let me go. So yeah, so what I realized, yeah, so, okay, if I'm gonna be completely honest here, which everyone's here for the tea, right? So if I'm gonna be completely honest, I was very old, right? When, as I said, when I had my first kiss. And I felt like I had to make up for lost time. So I just wanted to kiss all the boys. And while I was in that phase of wanting to kiss all the boys, yes, other things happened. Not all the things. I had my line. You could imagine where it was, but things happened. And in that time that I was kissing all the boys, I really liked kissing I really liked that part. And then like afterwards I just always felt like used, or like not really, like, I don't know, just like, yeah, mostly used is the good word for it. Like, it was good for me for practice reasons, whatever, fine, but I just felt like there was a lot of me giving and not a lot of me receiving. So I was not really a fan of that. But you have to like do things to learn and to experience and, you know, whatever, and figure out what you like and what you don't like and whatever. There came a point that, you know, the line was crossed, obviously, and even then, like, besides the one friend with benefits, I just realized that I did not like just hooking up, because there's no emotion involved. Like, things could be really great physically, but like, if you're not gonna cuddle with me afterwards, then it's not good. Like, I don't want it. I'm not interested. So like, to me, I don't want to. I've learned my lesson in that I don't want to hook up with people, because one, when you I mean, not everyone, but a lot of men who are agreeing to hookups or want hookups, not a lot of them really care about, like, they just want what they want and they're selfish about it. And like, I'm not like if we're gonna do something, then it better be equal, because I'm not interested in just whatever. And then that goes back to the notion of, like, there's a lot of people out there who think, like, oh, big girls should just be lucky that they get anything and take what they can get and whatever. And that's not me. I'm not that. So that's why, like, not just me, but a lot of people like me experience this, because some men just think that they could treat you however they feel like it, and that it doesn't matter, that you're not a person. You're just there for them to use, and that's it. So sometimes it's hard to, like, some men are better at tricking you and others are. And yeah, so I mean, I have found myself in some pretty rough spots, let's say. And it was not fun, and I did not enjoy. 0 out of 10 recommend. So I've just become a lot more careful, a lot more thoughtful. I'm not, like, rushing into things, because, like I said, I did have that time period that I was just like, I gotta make up for less time. I gotta find some boys to kiss. Let's go. And I was just willing to meet anyone, and that was stupid. It was dumb. But you learn, you live and learn, and these are lessons that most people learn when they're 20. I learned it when I was 30 something. So fine. Whatever. Everyone has their own timeline, and that's okay. So yeah, so this is why I don't like hookups or one night stands or whatever, because I learned from having a long-term casual partner, whatever he was, I don't know. But I learned from that experience that the emotional connection is really what I am looking for. That's what I need. Because anything else will be a lot better if the emotional connection is there. If it's not there, then anything that happens, I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud, but I can do that just fine on my own, thank you. Right? So, like, I don't need you. I hope you know what I'm saying. It's so bad. Oh my god. But you don't end up being this old with minimal experience without finding other ways. Oh my god. I'm so embarrassing. Anyway, I guess this is important to talk about. So yeah. So this is why I am now very adamant about not wanting a hookup. Like, yes, would I love to kiss some boys and whatever else? Yes, I would. And I'm not saying I'm always going to turn down a hookup, because that's not true. You know, if the right person comes along and is completely honest and whatever, but it's not really what I'm looking for. And honestly, I've got nothing but honest here. I don't know why I keep saying honestly. Oh my god. I don't even think I should post this. I'm gonna post it, but whatever. I'm so embarrassing. Please don't watch this. If you know me, please don't watch this. But I guess it's too far. If you've gotten this far, you already know too much. But like, these are like normal people things. Like, people do this. Like, normal people. This is normal people things. Like, I don't know why I'm so like, Why I have this good girl syndrome, like that I can't do these things. Everyone does them. Why can't I do them? But really, I'm really just not looking to hook up because I always feel a little bit like empty afterwards. You know, like just like, yeah, it was good, but like, did I really, like, I don't know. I need that connection. That's what I need. I just need to like feel loved. I guess. Or like anything. Any sort of connection. I don't know. So that's why I don't really like the hookup, and then also I don't want to I also don't want to end up in the situation that I was just in, of me having very strong feelings and him having no feelings at all, like towards each other. Because even though there was an emotional connection, I don't know. See, this is why I don't understand. I was like, I don't understand. But yeah, so I don't want to end up in that situation again. Because it's been very difficult to get over, and we weren't even in a relationship. So like I don't want to end up, if someone's like, yeah, I just want to hook up, I don't want to end up in a situation that I catch the feelings and he does not, and then I'm left heartbroken again for no reason. For what? I got nothing out of this. So this is why I'm really just, I just want to go on dates with the purpose of finding a long-term relationship, and all of that other stuff will come with it. Right? It has to. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know. I've never been in a relationship, so I just assume so. But yeah, so that's a bit of my dating history, and I think I talked for way too long about this. If you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer them. Just comment them below. And yeah, I'm a crazy person for saying all this out loud. Oh man, I really hope that this doesn't have a lot of views. But also, I do hope that if other people are out there who have experienced similar things to myself, like if you watch this and you know that you're not alone, then that's really great, because I wish that I had known that I wasn't alone when I was going through, I still am going through all this garbage, but yeah, so just know that, at one point in my life, I feel like I was an easy target, and now I am learning to not accept that. I am learning to have better boundaries and to, stick to what I am saying and not go back on my own word to my own self, and just I'm done with that. I am moving on, and I am just ready for all the really great things to happen. So yeah, here's to a great future. And yeah, so I guess that's it for me for today, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye.